Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson. Today I'm bringing you guys some more Black Ops 3, and this time I'm bringing you guys a pretty special gameplay with the GALIL, obviously the newest DLC weapon that dropped on Black Ops 3. This time, as you guys can see by the title, I managed to drop 127 kills solo with the GALIL on Nuketown. Now, the very unfortunate thing about this gameplay is this could have been so much more. I actually died within 100 points of my streaks 4 separate times, so even if I had gotten one of those streaks, I probably could have ended up with maybe 150 or 160 kills, and I did actually overlap a Wraith at one point throughout the middle of the first round, so even if I had called in that Wraith, I probably could have ended up with maybe 140, but still, I'm pretty satisfied with the gameplay. 127 kills with a new DLC weapon that only came out around around 48 hours ago is still a pretty solid gameplay overall. So today I'm actually going to go through my class setup just because I obviously have already uploaded a video with the GALIL, which was my most recent video. It was a nuclear, but this time I'm actually going to go through my class setup. So in that recent video I was using a slightly different setup, but this time I've actually figured out a really solid setup with the GALIL, and this is going to be shown on screen. So I'm going to be using extended mags, or not extended mags, actually fast mags, and then I'm also using rapid fire, which is something that is pretty different, and then I'm also using stock. Now originally I thought that this weapon would probably need something like a reflex sight or elo sight or something like that, just because the iron sights are sort of, I don't know, they kind of bounce around a lot when you're jumping up in the air and things of the sort like that, but I've sort of gotten used to it, so that's why I'm not using anything like that, and it sort of takes away the nostalgic feeling of the weapon itself as well, so that's why I decided to just sort of stick with the iron sights. And then I'm also using fast mags just because the reload on this thing is tremendously slow. You could probably get away with just using extended mags, but even then I still think that it's probably very slow. Even though it does have 50 bullets in one single clip with extended mags, I'd still recommend using fast mags. And then the key to this class setup is rapid fire. Now rapid fire I didn't think was needed at all, just because the GALIL itself, its standard fire rate is really good overall. It already runs out of ammo pretty quick even if you're not using rapid fire, but with rapid fire I've noticed that this weapon absolutely destroys. I was absolutely just going ham against these guys in this game with rapid fire, and it wins a lot of gunfights up close and at a distance with rapid fire. And the thing about it is it barely even has any recoil without rapid fire as well. I'm not using grip at all or quick draw or anything like that. I'm just using fast mags, rapid fire, and then stock, and that's what I like about this thing, is the fact that it barely even has any recoil with rapid fire. And usually rapid fire sort of adds on to recoil on a weapon, but it barely has any recoil to begin with, and then rapid fire makes it so that it barely even has recoil again. So that's why I like using rapid fire. I'm not sure if this is overall the best class setup with the GALIL. Obviously my last attachment is going to be stock, just because I've always liked using stock. I feel like even with this weapon, the GALIL, it's even more necessary than most assault rifles, just because I feel like I'm really stuck in quicksand when I'm not using stock with the GALIL. But if you guys have used this weapon, then you guys could probably just, you know, if you're really feeling it, take stock off and replace it with something like red dot or elo or extended mags or something like that. Extended mags would probably help a ton, just because with rapid fire it runs out of ammo even faster, but I haven't had too many problems with that. The only problem I've mainly had was the fact that I had to pick up scavenger packs, but when it came to like reloading and things of the sort, I was able to get a reload off really quickly and then get right back into the action. Now the other thing about this weapon is, as I stated in my previous video, the reload on this weapon is really inconsistent. Even with fast mags, the animation just doesn't go through all the way. You have to sort of wait completely for the animation to finish, especially if you run out of ammo completely on the weapon. Whereas with, say, if you're using fast mags on the VMP, once you reload, it's basically instantly. It's like half a second and then your VMP is completely reloaded with fast mags, even if you run out of ammo completely. Whereas with the GALIL, if you run out of ammo completely, it's like a second or so, which in reality isn't really a deal breaker or anything like that. It's really not that big of a deal, but to me it can kind of get annoying after a while, because sometimes, as I was saying, the reload animation doesn't go through all the way, so sometimes that can get you killed or something like that. So that sort of tends to get annoying, but overall I think this weapon is a lot of fun to use, and that's why I really like this class setup. Once again, I'm using fast mags, rapid fire, and then stock. And if you really wanted to, you could try something out like suppressor, something like that I have heard, you know, it was decent with suppressor, but it's nothing super special, and I decided to just go unsuppressed, so that's why I'm using that. So that's basically going to do it for the video overall. I also forgot to mention that the audio in the background once again sort of got messed up. I'm not really sure why. My PC sort of does this thing where it messes up the audio in my Elgato software, so I may not have any audio in the background of this video, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal, excuse me, and if I do, it probably won't be very noticeable. So that's basically going to do it for the video overall today. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like, and I am out. Peace.